This is Derek with Vice Realty. The point of this is to discuss the eviction moratorium and the damage that it's doing to the landlords, which in turn is going to do damage to the entire rental market in a short amount of time. We are in 10 months now of being unable to collect rent. And I don't think most people understand what's really going on. They think that these poor tenants who couldn't afford rent somewhere are being saved, and that's just not what's happening. Most of these tenants can't afford to pay their rent. Most of them have either a job or unemployment that is giving them plenty of money to pay the rent. They are literally choosing to not do it. I get pictures of people who send me stacks of cash and say, look, I have your money, but the governor says I don't have to give you anything. Recently, I just got someone who sent me a Versace belt. I have bought 2 cars for tenants, and it goes on. And I get these calls every month. I have your money, but I don't have to pay you, so why would I? And although I'm not that person that would do that, I can kind of understand where they're coming from. They're looking at it as, now I can vacation and I never could before. Now I can go on Amazon and I can buy anything I want and I never could before. Look, I got a new car. I never thought that would happen for myself. And it goes on with that list. And I am paying for all of that, along with the other people that I represent. Most of these people are not rich. They get a little bit of income. This is their retirement that's being funded by these buildings. This is something they've worked years and years to build and to try to have something for themselves that they can count on later in life. And it's all being stolen from them. Literally stolen. Not a suggestion, stolen. When you go to the grocery store, do you have to pay for steaks? Is food not a necessity item in life? How about water? How about gas in your car? Any of those things? How come those aren't all free? We have government programs set up to give people vouchers that pay for food or for daycare or other necessity items like insurance that they consider necessity. Or should the doctor's office just be forced to take you for free? Should the store just say, you know what, you want 3 steaks, I guess we just have to give them to you because it's a necessity item. This has gone on so long, and it is literally destroying people's livelihoods, and it's going to affect renters because landlords are fleeing the business like it's on fire. It's going to create a shortage in housing, and when that shortage happens, like anything else in an economy, when it's short, the prices go up. I personally have 86 units. I'm selling them all because I do not trust what they are doing. I can't collect rent. And I was 100% occupied constantly. I always collected rent. I've done this for years and years. I've never not collected rent from people. But now they just don't need to, so they don't pay. I'm losing 30% a month of my rental income. And it might not seem like a huge number. Find me businesses that can stay afloat, removing 30% from their bottom line. There aren't very many. Most of them are on a thin margin. And on top of that, I still have to pay the taxes and the mortgage and the water and the sewer and the trash and the insurance. And in Nevada, the state was kind enough to raise our property tax to the state limit of 8% increase in August. Did the state come and say, oh, well, we understand what's going on. You don't have to pay property tax? Absolutely not. They still want their money. Las Vegas, which is where I'm from, the sewer bill is still due. We pay it to Las Vegas. Did they say, you know what, you don't have to worry about that. Don't pay the sewer bill. We understand. They don't understand and they do not care. This is not an accident. It's completely by design. If they wanted to pay landlords and take care of them to ensure tenants had a place to stay, they would do that. The voucher programs you hear about, those are not real. They create a system that says the tenant can apply for help to pay the landlord. The tenant can apply, not the landlord. Why would the tenant do that? There's a few, truly there are a few, who try to do the right thing and say, you know what, I'm behind, I'm going to apply and I'm going to make this right with you. It has happened. It's very few. Because what's really happening is most of these tenants say, I have nothing to lose. Why would I bother to go out of my way to make sure you get your money? Because we as landlords are somehow being vilified in the media and seen as some monster that's stealing everything from these poor tenants. I don't get that. Without these landlords, where would you live? Where would you go? What would you have to house your family? It would all be gone. And the government now is going to ensure that that's taken from you unless something changes very quickly. Because people like me, who've been landlords for years and years, are going to exit this business and find other places to put my money where I can actually get paid for the service that I provide. We provide an amazing service to people. We not only house them, but we fix all of their problems too. When they call and say, my drain doesn't work, the air conditioning doesn't come on, the heater doesn't come on, the window didn't shut right, my door got broken, we come out immediately and we fix all that. Out of my pocket, I pay for that. And tenants have no obligation whatsoever to pay for any of it, to pay for the rent, to pay for the damages that they've caused, nothing. And it's sanctioned. And now they're only being emboldened. And it's like a cancer. It just grows because if you have one tenant who says, well, I haven't paid in 6 months and look, I'm still here, then the other tenants who might have had good intentions start feeling slighted. They're like, well, why should I be paying then? That's not right. This guy just bought a new car. He just bought a new Versace belt. And I'm trying my best to come up with your rent money. If they would do away with the eviction moratorium, 95% of all these renters would miraculously come up with rent money. It would happen immediately. The problem is they know they don't have to. They have nothing to fear whatsoever. So they will continue to steal from people like me because it's been sanctioned by the government. The landlords need to stand up and need to start making sure that this does not continue. I don't know exactly how you go about doing that. I've got some ideas that I don't really want to share here, but it needs to happen. These signs that I see saying eviction equals death, no, it doesn't. It doesn't. In Nevada right now, in Las Vegas, and any night of the week, we have unused shelter beds, unused. And these aren't some rat trap shelters. These are nice places. They can get 3 meals a day. They can get a snack on top of that. There are game rooms in a lot of these places, movies they can watch, free bottles of water all day long. Most of them have access to medical care. It is not a bad situation. And they're empty because tenants are choosing to not have shelter. They're choosing it. It's forced upon them. It's a choice. Very, very few people just had, oh, today was a bad day. We're down on our luck. It didn't go our way, and now we might be homeless. I know that occurs, but it's a rarity. It is a rarity. We are emboldening people to let them not take care of their responsibilities. Well, why do I have to take care of mine then? What would happen if I said, you know what? I'm going to turn the water off and the power off, and I'm not paying the insurance, and I'm not paying the mortgage? What would then happen to these tenants? They count on me to be responsible so that these tenants don't have to be. I don't think that's real fair. I pay plenty of taxes, plenty. I've done my fair share. I contribute a lot, and I'm the one being stolen from simply because I function, simply because they know I will be responsible. It's wrong, and it needs to change.